Most of you who live here have already heard their jazzed up, upbeat performances because this is actually their 15th performance here at Masonic. The first one being way back in August of 2009, would you believe? And there's a few physicians in their group. That's what they call the Dixie Doc, singular Doc. And the founder is Dr. H. Richard Paul, and he's the original Dixie Doc. And he's from Braddock, PA. He's one of us. And anyhow, he went to Harvard. And when he was at Harvard, his dorm invited this famous clarinet player, Pee Wee Russell. I never heard of him, but I listened to his stuff on YouTube. It's excellent. But anyhow, they invited him to the Harvard dorm room. And since then, Dr. Paul has been obsessed with Dixieland jazz. So he sort of like changed his name somewhat to the Dixie Doc. So, the Dixie Doc group is encouraging everyone to stand up and dance if you want to, because they're going to have very danceable, upbeat music. And in reality, it's very hard to not move around to Dixieland jazz. It's infectious. You just have to move. So do whatever you have to do. Stand up near your chair and move, dance, whatever you want. And that's about all. So let's start with a wonderful group, the Dixieland Doc and the Pittsburgh Dixieland All-Stars.
Kevin Cork. Do another one, Kevin. need eye care, Kevin sells glasses out of the trunk of his car in the parking lot after the job. We have a whole lot of baby and mama tunes in our repertoire. That was I Found a New Baby. I want to dedicate that to my firstborn great-grandchild, born this afternoon, Mackenzie Marie. Thank you. 7 pounds, 11 ounces. I found a new baby. We've been waiting for that for a long time.
What the hell are you doing here?
My middle child, my daughter's son, his wife, in Canandaigua, New York, delivered Mackenzie Marie. Thank you. Thank you. How about another baby song? Everybody loves my baby, but my baby don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. 102. Kevin, I do that. The first note is B natural.
Yours be natural. Or mine be natural.
I'm not sure what key it's in.
D minor. D minor.
We're in E.
Yeah.
Just play the chords done one step.
Al Weiss on trumpet. Thank you. Everybody loves my baby. My wife, sometimes I ask her, are you going to come to our gig? It seems like something you'd enjoy. Her answer, no, dear. How many times do I have to listen to Bill Bailey? She's not here tonight, so we're going to try Bill Bailey, featuring Denny on the vocal.
She cries that whole night long. She'll do the cooking, baby. She'll pay the rent. She knows she's done you wrong.
husky. Bob Patterson on bone. Dave Bateman on bass.
Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? She cries that whole night long. She'll do the cooking, baby. She'll pay the rent. She knows I've done you wrong. The other night when she was out drinking and we were all alone, what was I supposed to do? Well, she won't complain. Ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home?
Thank you. My favorite Dixieland tune is It True What They Say About Dixie?
Oh, good one.
Is it true what they say about Dixie?
You think after all these years he wouldn't need
I
that
put-
book anymore?
No, it's in a different key in the book. I play it in F.
Oh, well, that's an important thing to know. Very.
That's a lot.
thought it was something we said.
Dancing is broken out. We love that.
Here we go. Dixie, I hope this job pays well, because I stopped down at the Red, White, and Blue diner. This shirt's $3.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
$3.
You know what flamingos means nowadays?
You overpaid.
If you wear flamingos, it means swinger.
Wow.
Wrong guy. Yeah. Music.
Oh, let's try. Maybe 20 years ago.
That's all right. Let's start this.
28. Baby, won't you please? So here's another one of our baby songs. The other thing that my wife's not here, the other thing I do when she's not here is sing.
Well, that's open for interpretation.
And the other thing that my wife says, don't let Denny get the mic. Anyway,
Why would you want to be funny?
baby, won't you please come home? won't you please come home? Because your daddy's all alone. I have tried in vain, never no more calling out your name. When you left, you broke my heart, because you see, I thought we'd never have to part. Now every hour, every day, you can hear me say, oh, baby, won't you please come home? Your daddy's lonesome, oh, baby, baby, please come home. Al Weiss. Baby, won't you please come home? Because your daddy's all alone. I have tried in vain, never no more calling out your name. When you left, you broke my heart, because you see, I thought we'd never have to part. Now every hour, every day, you can hear me say, baby, won't you please come home? Your daddy's lonesome. Baby, won't you please come home? Hey, that new baby, I never sang it that well before. Thank you. Thank you. We have another mama song. It's the last tune in the book.
You can't read it.
I believe it's in B flat. You got to see your mama every night. You got to see your mama every night, or you can't see your mama at all. You got to kiss your mama and hold her tight, or she won't be there when you call. If you want my company, this is Dixieland rap. If you want my company, you can't 50-50 me. You got to see your mama every night, or you can't see your mama at all.
You know what? I think the band started in '98, right, Dixie?
What?
Your band started in 1998, if I recall. 94. After all these years, he's finally starting to make progress singing.
You gotta see your mama every single night, or you can't see your mama at all. You gotta kiss your mama and hold her tight, or she won't be there when you call. If you want my company, you can't 50-50 me. You gotta see your mama every single night, or you can't see your mama at all. Thank you. Actually, the band does have a torch singer, Miss Linda Nair. She was unavailable this evening, so Denny and I are filling in for her.
We're torching this music.
We're tortuous singing. How about Bourbon Street Parade? Anybody want to dance or march? This is a great march. Bourbon Street Parade in F.
It's Bill Bailey.
With the barristers, we're no. Ready? In F, right? In F.
Let's fly down or drive down to New Orleans. That city, so pretty, full of historic scenes. I'll take you, parade you down Bourbon Street. We'll hit the hot spots. We'll see some big shots down on Bourbon Street. If you've never been to New Orleans, the weather we're having today is a cool day in New Orleans. Dr. Kevin Clark on the piano. I'd like to remind you this broadcast will be played later on the Dumont Television Network. Let's fly down, or drive down to New Orleans. That city, so pretty, full of historic scenes. I'll take you, parade you down Bourbon Street. We'll hit the hot spots. We'll see some big shots down on Bourbon Street. How about a good hand for our second liners out there?
Thank you. We have played here since, what did she say, 2009?
No, you started. Your first one started.
We started in 2009. Thank you. I didn't know it was that. 15th performance. Wow. They ought to start paying us soon. Actually, we got the check in the mail. This is very unusual for a corporate entity to get the check before you play. Generally, they say, oh, it takes us 60 days to pay.
Kind of dangerous.
This outfit, I've got the check in them. It's in the bank. They direct deposited.
You'll be getting interest for the next 2 months before you pay us.
Sure, I collect a lot of interest. That's why Susie says, don't let Denny get the mic. Well, a tune that turns up at all Dixieland soirees, Dixieland music fests, is a tune called, I don't know how it got in the Dixieland repertoire, but there it is and we like it. It's called Ice Cream. You scream, we all scream for ice cream.
B flat, Kevin.
B flat.
I don't think it's in there.
It's in there in another key.
Oh, well. 135. Sometimes.
135, but it's in another key. We do
That's
it
okay.
in B flat.
It's in a different flavor.
Ba, 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 ba.
4 bars.
Dave Bateman on bass. So thank you. That's the Royal Garden Blues. You've been a great audience. I never saw as much dancing, and I don't think I ever saw the audience at this or any of the other independent living places where we play stand up and march. Thank you for the march. Thank you to Karen Hammond. She's wonderful to work with, and thank you for having us here for 15 years. It's appreciated. Hal Weiss said, why don't you introduce everybody? I thought I had done that, but we'll close with a great New Orleans, another favorite Dixieland tune, a great New Orleans blues called the Tin Roof Blues. I'll introduce everyone by starting with the keyboard, the Tin Roof Blues, Kevin Clark. Finishing out the rhythm section, Dave Bateman. Denny Krasowski on clarinet. Hal Weiss on the trumpet. Bob Patterson on bone, and Dixie Doc on cornet. Well, I hope you call us again for the next 15 years. It's been very nice. Thank you again. Good night. Thank you.